Hi everyone, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk about Zach Bryan, Morgan Wallen, the election results, and intersectional feminism, and how that all kind of correlates together. And I apologize, I didn't really write a script, so hopefully all my thoughts flow well. But just as somebody who's really tapped into the music industry, I suppose, and tapped into social issues, diversity and inclusion, and extremely just tapped into the results of the election this year in the United States, I wanted to give my thoughts on what is going on with Zach Bryan. Okay, so if you're not familiar with what is going on with Zach Bryan, 3 or 4 days ago it came out that he offered his ex-girlfriend, Brianna Chicken Fry, $12 million to stay silent on their breakup. And essentially, it's been coming out that he was very emotionally abusive to her. Not only that, a couple months ago, he also had been tweeting about Taylor Swift and how he doesn't like her, and tweeting basically pro-Kanye, who is anti-Semitic. So what I think is great is that as women, we're all really engaged with being here for each other. There's the fifth wave of feminism happening, and especially with the election and people taking away our reproductive rights, voting for someone who will take away our reproductive rights, it just seems that women are significantly more engaged in that kind of pro-women content. Somebody reports that they've been abused by their partner, we rally behind her and we believe her, and that is great, and I'm glad to see it. However, the issue that I have, that this is how it relates to the election, is now that we're saying, oh, Zach Bryan is problematic, we're not going to listen to his music anymore, we're not going to support him, we're going to rally behind Brianna, we are going to listen to the music of Morgan Wallen, who is Zach Bryan's quote-unquote, I don't know, enemy? I don't know if enemy is the right term, but basically they're pitted against each other a lot. So yeah. You might be asking, how does this relate to the election at all? Get on with the points, other than the fact that we are more aware of women's issues, which is good. And the reason I bring this up is because of the lack of intersectional feminism. Morgan Wallen is a known racist. He has used racial slurs multiple times. And the reason this is problematic to say, okay, I am going to support my fellow sisters, I'm going to support women, I'm going to stop listening to Zach Bryan, and I'm going to listen to Morgan Wallen, is because that only serves white women. Basically, you're standing with Brianna, the ex, but at the expense of people of color, and this other group that has been offended by Morgan Wallen. So we're taking our money away from Zach Bryan and we're giving it to Morgan Wallen. And that is where I see all these Black creators come online and say, hey guys, I love that women are really engaged in this election, but it's kind of self-serving. We showed up because Roe v. Wade was on the line. Our reproductive health was on the line. However, we're not engaging with other issues, which is for people of color, immigrants, and also queer people who are all losing their rights. It's not just women. And so that is something I would just say that we as a community, Democratic voters, women voters, need to be more aware of. That if we are going to say that we are being more engaged and we are being more ethical with our time and our dollar and where we spend our money, where we listen to our music, make sure that it's not just self-serving and that we're not doing it just to support white women, which we should obviously support women and believe women's stories, but don't bounce from listening to somebody who's been accused of domestic abuse and then decide that we're going to listen to somebody who has been accused of racist behavior. That's all I have to say on that. Hopefully that all made sense. Obviously I'm not very perfect in everything that I say. I'm still very much in a learning state, but I think something that I'm hearing again and again is that we really need to be checking people, and we don't need to be continuing to put that burden on women of color and on trans people to be doing all of that education and doing all of that checking. And we really need, as white women, to be educating ourselves so that we are able to do this work as well. So thanks for listening. Talk to you later.